What's up, Drivetrain? It is the new year. Welcome to 2025. We've got big things going on here and a big year of big commitments within the Alum household here. Commitments to sporting events and a little less on the BMX side of things. Not that we're not doing BMX. Obviously, you've seen we got new bikes for the year. We got new bikes for the season. But my wife, who's a triathlete, she has committed to a full Ironman. Now, don't tell anybody else. Just keep it between us. She doesn't want all the hype, but she's committed to a full Ironman. She's done a number of half Ironmans. She was co-sponsored for half Ironman races, and she loves just that excitement of training. She is honestly, well, crazy. Yeah, we'll just call it that. She's crazy. No, she's committed. She just did a 100-mile ride out what we have around here, the Cap Trail, which goes from the capital in a city here in Richmond and goes all the way out to Williamsburg, which is 50 miles out. And a lot of people do the one-way out, and she did the out and the back for a full century just because she wanted some time alone. Yeah, crazy. Now, part of that process of doing this, we're going to take the family out. We're going to support her in her endeavors. And we've been looking to get a pull-behind camper, but that required a tow vehicle. Now, if you know, I used to drive Suburbans until it got totaled. I've had two of them, and both have been totaled. Not necessarily because of our fault. But anyway, we're two Suburbans down. Now, with that, we ended up picking up this, which is a used Lexus. It's a 2006 GX470, and this is going to be a great tow rig for us and just kind of another driving vehicle for me. But what I need to do is just give you a quick walk around on this. I'm going to do some cleanup on it. It's cold. You can probably see my breath out here because, well, it's winter and it's freezing. And the dogs are barking next door. I don't have my fancy new mic on, but we're going to walk you around this rig, kind of show you what I need to do. It is a one-owner vehicle. The daughter bought it from her dad, so I guess officially two-owner, but the daughter bought it from her dad, drove it for a couple hundred miles across 12 months, and decided that it was not the right truck for them. So I picked it up. It's in really good shape. Now, it's got 250,000 miles on it, but it's in really good shape. Let's just do a walk around, show you what we've got working with it. I got to get this started on just the general clean of it before I've got some folks coming over to use the shop to do some maintenance on their vehicles. So we check this. With 250,000 miles on it, you're going to expect some, nicks and dings here and there. We've got some license plates that I got to get this thing registered still. But overall, in really, really good shape. Just, the quick glance at the oil is still gold colored, which looks like it's just been put in, which is amazing. The engine runs really, really well. I don't have any big dents in the body necessarily, which I kind of expected to see some dents. We've got a little bit of like a paint mark here, a little dent there and a little paint mark there, but nothing really, really bad. I mean, it's dirty. Let me pop you out like that. It's dirty, but we don't mind that. I mean, we're just going to add our own dirt to it. It does have the sideways hatch thing, which I don't necessarily prefer that versus the top and bottom, kind of the tailgate concept, but it is, oh, there we go. It's in good shape. I mean, dirty. It's dirty down there. It's kind of dirty back here. Ooh, we got a kettlebell. Oh, Judah's going to love that. It's a little guy. We got a pump jack. We've got the third row fold-down seats, which were kind of a requirement for us for having a tow vehicle. I don't know what that plastic bit is that's up there. We'll figure that out. These seats have never been used. Neither one of them ever been folded down and used. So whoever sits in the back has brand new seats. We've got a little cleaning to do up here. A little gunk and some things living up there. But in general, this truck is really nice. Inside here, second row, Got a little dirt on the door handles. Again, we're going to detail this thing, but look at the interior here. These seats are in great shape. We've got some WeatherTech mats down here, so that's nice. Really, really good shape. Let's close that a little tighter. And coming up here to the driver's seat, again, just kind of worn out a little bit up here. This down here, we've got some dirt and grime and muck, but I've seen things a lot worse. This seat has been recovered at some point. The bottom part was, not the back, but just the bottom, with some original OEM leather. I think he said he had the dealership do that. Steering wheel, got the wood grain steering wheel. The radio has a little bit of an issue with it, but that's probably going to end up coming out anyway. It's got the backup nav screen and stuff, which still functions properly, which is pretty surprising. 2006. Now, you see here, I pulled this panel out, the blower motor, which is underneath the glove box. That's what circulates heat and cold. I've actually gone ahead and pulled that out. Got it over here on the workbench. This motor is dead. I put a multimeter on the wires that go into this, and the wires are doing the right thing, sending out 12 volts and ground, when you turn it on and off, doing all the right things, but this is dead. So I ordered a $30 one to replace it, and ordered myself a new cabin air filter to go up as a pre-filter before that as well. So some of the things I noticed in here that I need to deal with, it's always just the center area. So this is pretty filthy, and this is even worse in here. But that's really the extent of it. So for a pretty inexpensive rig to just pay some cash for, be out, on the road with it and be ready to drive. I can put plates on it and drive it. It's just really cold because the blower motor doesn't work to circulate the heat. I do want to address this thing up here. The front grille kind of has a little wobble and shake to it. And the headlights. The headlights are pretty yellowed and just need to be polished up. So I'm going to do those things over the next probably 4 weeks. I'm going to clean it today, but I'm going to do the headlights when it's a little bit warmer. And the only other thing I think I want to do is these wheels. Let me show you the wheels. From afar, they look fine. I may end up putting some mud flaps back on. The front two mud flaps are missing. I may end up putting some, replacement mud flaps on it. But from afar, these things, they roll fine, they hold tires. But when I get a little closer, you can see just the pitting that's on here, and the paint's kind of chipping off and stuff. And I'd love to, at some point, when I have time, back you out, there we go. When I have time, I'd love to go ahead and just do the redneck paint on this, meaning hit this with a wire wheel on my drill and just get as much of this bubbled paint off as I can. Then you put cards all around the tire so that you don't get overspray on your tires. And then you shoot it with some paint and kind of clean it up. And I could just repaint it silver, which is fine. Again, I don't need anything flashy on here. It's just going to be a tow vehicle and an extra driver. But they're all kind of like that. If I show you that one, and then we've got this one back here. Again, you look down and you're pretty worn out on the paint on those. But yeah, so that's the newest rig in the fleet here at the Alum House Garage. So I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning this thing up. I'm gonna go ahead and get the vacuum run on it, just the initial kind of wipe down on it, and then I'm not gonna wash the outside yet because it's just too cold. But I'm gonna go ahead and get that stuff done, and then get this thing moved up out front so that my other friends can come in and use the shop area. So we'll get rolling on this thing. I'll show you a little bit more about this in the weeks and months to come as we start to do some things to it, and maybe even find a pull-behind camper, take you along for that adventure as well. All right, well, that's it for this video. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.